for what? E for energy, because why wait till midnight or nightfall to start the fun? Give yourself permission to enjoy every single moment, not just the weekend. Yes, the good vibe starts now, here. Yes, we are here to make sure your Friday feels ridiculously amazing.
Yes, yes, yes. I like the smile on your, yeah, you're giving me. So S for smiles, baby. And I can already see them. The buzz in the air, the weekend plans brewing, the excitement building up. It's the Friday edition of ESplash, and we're here to make sure you wrap up the work week in style and step into the weekend like a boss.
P for what? The party mode, because that's exactly what we are on. L for laughter, and A for absolute vibes. S for spectacular fun, and H for high spirits. You already know how we do it. Fridays are for unwinding, yeah, celebrating and turning all the way up. So sit back, relax, and let's kick off the weekend the right way.
You're dropping germs today, man.
Get out.
That's because you look like a germ too, you know. I mean, like not germs like germs, like germ like diamond. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the move, we got you covered. Stream the show live from anywhere in the world on www.tvc.tv, tvcentertainment.tv, and don't miss a beat. Follow us on Instagram at ESplash_TVC for all the updates. Let's get this ESPLASH. I just did ESplash there.
Yeah.
ESplash Friday started, ladies and gentlemen. They call me the one, the only J Paul, Mr. Flames. When you see me on your TV screen, I'm relaxed now, so yeah, you can lick it. I was stressed this week.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I've had an amazing week. Oh. You see, when God loves you, I'm not saying that God does not love J. Paul and OJ and Catherine, but God loves me. You know, I was singing, it's Friday, but let me go to church first. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh. Too much, oh, excess love. Oh. So, because I had not been feeling so well, they had to be very kind to me this week. So, I worked Tuesday, and today is the next day I am working. Next time I'm working, as just 2 times. So, when they were shouting, traffic, 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 I was just in my house and I was saying,
you're sleeping on your bed.
Hey, I saw Maria saying, oh, there is suya, another suya is coming. I said, hey, yeah, I don't envy you, hey, yeah.
Because guess what?
And then I spoke with OJ yesterday. The first thing OJ said, Haripo, you are very lucky.
Yes.
You are very, very lucky. You are the one enjoying it. You know how somebody is envying you. I said, yes, so my brother, I'm the one enjoying. All right, it's your home girl right here. It's your girlfriend next door. It is the jewel in the crown. It's the hostess with the misters. It is Honey Money. It is Honey Flavor. It is Honey Rapper. I love the money. Yes, I love.
Honey no stress.
Yes, honey no stress, because I love soft life.
Because you have suffered, though.
Kai.
You know you cannot see at night.
That's not the only thing. You see how they were partying? My social battery would have run down.
I mean, amazing. Thank goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a beautiful day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so you know, it's Friday and we've got the perfect way to kick off your weekend.
Still the #1 entertainment show in the whole wide world. I said it, she said it, you said it, we all said it. Right. Let's dive straight into the entertainment news. First up, Saheed Osupa vows to deal with Portable anti-currency over insults. Legendary Fuji musician Saheed Osupa has issued a stern warning to controversial singer Portable and fellow Fuji artist Taye Currency, vowing to deal with them despite Portable's public apology. Osupa's statement comes after Portable called him out on social media, accusing him of taking down his song from streaming platforms over copyright infringement. If you would recall, in a now viral video, Portable referred to Osupa as big for nothing, a comment that sparked backlash following public pressure. Portable later apologized to the Fuji musician for his remarks. Similarly, Osupa's fans were angered after Taye Currency referred to the Fuji icon as his colleague during a reunion with his former boss Pasuma. The statement was perceived as disrespectful by Osupa's supporters. During a recent live performance, Saheed Osupa addressed both the incidents, warning, and I quote, "You will still be dealt with because you think you can come for an elder. I am coming for you," end quote. As the crowd chanted Portable's name, he added in Yoruba, and I quote, "Abi colleague me, ma worry, mombo." Meaning, and my colleagues, don't worry, I am coming for you. Oshukwa's comments have further fueled the ongoing feud, leaving fans eager to see how events will unfold in the Fuji and street hop music scenes. Ooh.
Interesting stuff. So Portable Zone, I'm going to just leave that one aside. When somebody says you're his colleague, they're actually colleagues, but maybe because it did not add senior colleague.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're in the same field. They do the same thing. They sing. So they are colleagues, but maybe because the person did not add senior colleague. It's not out of place totally to say my colleague, but maybe he just wanted that respect, like we're not mates, we're not on the same level. So you would say senior colleague, but saying colleague is not totally out of it.
I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, you know the terrain where we are, where respect is definitely a part of our culture.
I now don't know whether his body language was wreaking disrespect or something.
Or maybe in the way he said it, the context, because there's a way you can say, oh, my colleague.
Yeah,
maybe
or you just belittle the person or make the person feel like they're your mate or something like that. And what people like that don't know is that you have people who are coming behind you. And if you treat people who are ahead of you a certain way, you should just comfortably expect to be treated that way and not make noise when it's your turn. But as for Portable, calling Oshukwa big for nothing, I think it is just way too.
I
feel like speaking Yoruba right now, like Kogba Enue. You know, he has apologized, but you don't do that to people. I mean, like, what gives you the effort? What gives you that guts? What gives you? It's not nice.
So, Portable reminds me of all those Adubo where they just misbehave. They always want to just pass that line, cross that line, and when you now show them that they can't cross that line, they retreat and run back. Because that's what it is. Because why are you coming out to call out somebody who is not in any way is not your counterpart? It's not in any way your mate. You haven't got. Like, I
think these people are just disrespectful generally, and it's just so sad. Still Portable in the news. Portable declares himself ready to headline the O2 Arena. Do I laugh in Spanish or German or something? All right. Controversial street hop artist Portable has set his sights on one of the biggest stages in global music, the O2 Arena in London. In a recent interview on Echo Room with Quincy Jones, the singer confidently stated that he has grown musically and now deserves to headline the prestigious venue, which has played a key role in the international rise of Nigerian music. Portable's ambition comes amid his ongoing feud with Asake, whom he has repeatedly accused of copying his dance moves and even his face tattoos. His desire to perform at the O2 Arena also appears to be linked to his rivalry as he continues to position himself as a heavyweight in the Nigerian music industry. However, while his dream may seem far-fetched to some, the singer has consistently remained in the spotlight, not just for his music, but for his unending controversies. Recently, Portable made headline again by publicly criticizing Fuji legend King Saheed Osupa, adding to his long list of industry clashes. He was also at odds with the Ogun State Police, who declared him wanted for assaulting government officials. After later turning himself in, Portable was granted bail and pledged to avoid further trouble. Over the years, the singer has also had public spats with fellow artists like Poco Lee, Goya Mena, and even Afrobeat superstar Davido, whom he once called out for not collaborating with him. Despite the controversies, Portable remains a significant figure in street hop music, consistently grabbing headlines and keeping his fans entertained with his unpredictable persona.
Okay, so first question. I mean, I had this conversation with OJ, I think it was even today, earlier today. We know Portable for only one thing, is his controversies. It's always on the news every week. I think he has like a timetable. This next week,
and they have warned him when they granted him bail.
Yeah.
I think they said that it shouldn't
stay off social
it should
media.
stay off social media.
Right.
But I don't think that he's totally doing that.
He knows what is giving him the clamor that he's getting on social media. All that. It's a drug. It's an adrenaline. It's like adrenaline. It's a drug. So he's just high on that social media rancor and everything. How do you want to? What song are you going to sing when you're headlining the O2? The one song that Olamide was on, because that's the only song that I remember.
Because number one, you have to even think about your fan base first of all, because the capacity of that arena.
You guys are really insulting
that you're talking
the O2.
about O2 Arena. Do you know the capacity? So you're talking about how you have fans abroad. Yeah, you might have fans because I know that you did something.
Can he fill up Teslim Balogun Studio? If he can start from there, then we'll have a conversation.
Some people are saying that he can.
He
They said some people are saying that he actually can because he's you know. So if he's doing it for free, right? Yeah. But if people are paying,
if it's a ticket, let's see if that works.
So one thing I like again about Portable is that it can be very out of place and everything. I like the fact that he likes to praise himself.
He's confident.
He likes to. I like that. When you speak that into the universe, I hope it comes to pass. But the way I'm looking at it, and then saying that Ashake copied his tattoo, his face tattoo, and his dance moves, does he know that Ashake has always been a theater artist?
Please, I know that we're going to have more news of Portable, but be calming down, guy. Don't blow your trumpet too much. Let's wait first.
Oh my God.
Tyler's Water becomes subject of lawsuits over royalties. Songwriter Omo Zuka and Jackson Lemastro has initiated an action against South African singer Tyler and our producer Sami Soso Awuku in California over her hit song Water. They claim to be co-composers and co-authors of the song and thus entitled to 12.5% royalties as opposed to the 10% they were given by the producer Awuku and Tyler. Awuku and the label Epic, under whom the song was released and distributed, have all been named as parties to the suit. According to reports, the plaintiffs Omo Zuka and Jackson Lemastro initially attempted to settle the dispute with Sami Soso in July 2023 before the song was released, but Awuku refused to negotiate. The plaintiffs maintain that by standard practice, each of the producers gets 1/4 of the 50% publishing rights, but Awuku instead took 15% and shared the remaining between the other compositors, with Zuka and Lemastro getting 10% each. According to the filing, instead of each producer getting 1/4 of 50%, that is 12.5% of the music publishing royalties, which would be customary, Awuku took 15% for himself, allocated 10% to each of Zuka, Lemastro, and Gofa, and gave 5% to Christopher Arlen, Tricky Stewart. The complaints provided that between March 8 to 9, 2023, a recording session for Water took place in Los Angeles with 4 producers, Zuka, Lemastro, Gofa, and Awuku, while Zuka and Lemastro produced numerous audio files that were transferred to Awuku's computer and were used in the final master recording of the song. The filings further argued that all 4 producers contributed equally to the song and should therefore receive full top-line producer credit and an equal percentage of royalties. Water won the maiden Grammy Awards for Best African Music Song Performances, the VMAs, EMAs, BET, and AMA, amongst other awards in the 2024 award season. It is also the first song by an African female and lead singer to surpass 1 billion Spotify streams. It has also accumulated over 303 million views on YouTube. Wow, wow, wow. Drama. And I mean,
can we ever see the end of drama in the music industry concerning all of this?
No, it's not gonna happen. it's not going to happen. I mean, I'm even in the middle of another drama trying to mediate between an artist and a record label, and you know, things just go worse. And then this happens a lot because when people find opportunities, because at that point you could have negotiated and said, I'm not taking this. If you know that you're entitled to 15%, why did you settle for 10% at that point? A lot of people gamble and they feel like, you know what, let's just do this. When the music blows up, we're going to make more money, we're going to do all that stuff. It's a gamble. And then you realize that you actually shot yourself in the foot. You should have just stayed on what you were supposed to take, because now there are arguments that you signed. You took 10%. Now you're saying that it's customary that
when he does well, when you're getting, because this is where people raise eyebrows. Oh my God, they never envisaged that it would go that far. Oh my God, it is doing so well. Do I just stay here without earning more? But you signed, there is a contract. So why don't you just calculate all of these things and just put them in at first? Like, okay, you know what? This is the percentage. Even if there are going to be clauses, let it be stated. Let it be. So I don't know. I don't know why we are always at this point talking about this.
Because it's how many years after that song has, you know, gone viral, the whole world, is one of the most most streamed song in the world. Tyler has won numerous awards with it. It's one of the best, you know, soundtracks, African songs.
So I would say that sometimes people just want to try their luck, whether it will happen, because sometimes you just say to yourself that this is your folly, and then, you know, you just accept it and you just go like that. But
all right, I mean, that's all with the entertainment news. Let's take a quick break, pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
Our first guest this afternoon is an Afro-soul and Afro-pop singer-songwriter who's making waves with our emotionally charged sound and vibrant energy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the show this afternoon, Juno!
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. It's nice to be on here. I'm so glad. Thank you so much.
It's so good to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good to have you here. You know, so my name is Junior in the house.
Get out. Get out. He does dry jokes every now and then. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. What's that? So you can see the line. My name is Junior back in the, get out. They said Juno. Where's the Junior?
I'm curious to know where he was.
He's not going anywhere. I know him. This guy is my ex, is in my past.
Yeah, we used to date back then.
My past. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about you. I was reading your bio, and as you know, a lot of people say all the time, their journey started from the church, and that you were taking a trip with your parents one day, and that road trip actually sparked something. You want to tell us about this journey of music?
I have always been a singer since I was a kid, you know, but this particular road trip you spoke about was one that was very important to me, because it was on that journey that I knew that music was going to be the one thing that helped me through life. You know?
How so? Were you playing music in the car?
Yeah, my dad listened to a lot of Asha, you know, when I was growing up. So he was playing the whole album, her first album, the whole thing from the beginning of the journey to the end, but again and again and again. And so, you know, the music stuck. I actually didn't remember that moment until I was 16 one day, and it just came back rushing, and I went back to listen to those songs, and everything just came, you know, flashing back, and I remembered the real reason why, you know, I loved music, you know. And
so what particularly, there's a particular line in your bio that keeps popping up, is you describe yourself as emotionally charged.
Yeah.
That's your music. So why do you describe your music like that and what you do?
I guess it's just the outcome of it all. Every time I put my head down to be creative about something, the outcome always speaks emotion, it always speaks, you know, passion, or, you know, deep feeling for whatever it is I am going through at the time. So that's why, you know, I put that on my bio. Yeah.
Great. So, I mean, the music journey so far, you started, you're 23.
24.
You're 24 now. Yeah. So, I mean, you started pretty young. The industry has actually even changed, you know. I was telling someone today, I said, our music taste has also changed now.
Yeah.
So we have good music, we're listening to good music. There are lots of females doing great stuff now on the entertainment scene. So how has the journey been for you so far? And then with your record label, signing the deal and everything, how has that been?
To be honest, it's been a blissful one. I am so happy to be in this position right now, because I know how much it, you know, takes for us to get to this point in our lives where we have finally decided that, oh, this is the path we want to take, and we're going through with it. Signing with Gamma Media was one of the best decisions I made, because so far it doesn't even work like a label, to be honest. You know, they just give me the power to do what I want to do to help my music grow, and I just need to give my creative side of it. And yeah, we make like magic happen that way. You know, it's easy as that.
So is it only the emotionally charged genre? Because I don't know whether to put that. Is that a genre?
Well, to be honest, no. It's just like a feel.
It's just a feel.
It's just a feel.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Afro soul.
Yeah, basically.
At the end of today, interesting.
I mean,
stuff.
I was listening to that song, and my next question was going to be, who inspires your sound? You did sound like Simi, right?
Do you get that?
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
You did sound like
I've
Simi.
recently
Like,
been getting that.
yeah.
But do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, she's great. She has like great power in her voice. Her vocal prowess is insane. It's amazing. So yeah.
Because I've actually, sorry to interrupt, but because I've actually heard where somebody was talking to somebody before and was checking out the artist's works, and said that you know, it's good that you don't sound like anybody. Like that's like. It was applauding the person, like you don't sound like anybody, because most times people say, oh, this person sounds like, this person sounds like. So I now started thinking at that point, like sounding like somebody, even if it is not intentional and you've not been listening to that person, doesn't now make it a bad thing or something, or people just perhaps just have maybe the same texture.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, you did mention Asha. You mentioned, now we're seeing similarities with Simi, like your voice texture.
Yeah.
So the question is, what are your inspirations?
What or who are my inspirations?
Who are your inspirations?
Yeah, I would say Asha, first of all, because, you know, that was where it all started from.
Have you met her?
No, I haven't. I hope to very soon. Yeah, and also the ladies in the music industry, I've watched them since I was a kid. Tiwa Savage, Waje, you know, all these amazing artists, and even the new school artists now, you know, Fave, Ira Star. I've watched them since I started my journey as well. And so I've seen them, you know, show so many sides of them that I feel like, oh yeah, this would be good to, you know, emulate.
I mean, I've seen that you're doing amazing on radio. Radio play is going well. Your streams are going well. Numbers are increasing.
Yeah,
how does that make you feel? How did you feel the first time you saw your numbers? Like, is this me?
It felt like I was getting closer and closer to the goal. Yeah. So it was a good feeling, kind of. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, going forward, you're putting out sounds, you're putting out projects, you're doing more work. What are we expecting? What are your fans expecting?
Actually, in a couple of weeks, I'll be putting out a new single with a special artist, a Nigerian artist.
Do you want to tell us here?
No, I don't think I should. But I kind of want the.
Should we guess?
The suspect. Okay.
Is it a guy?
Sure. Yeah.
He's young.
Yeah.
You can't guess anything. Get out.
Yeah, he sings.
There are 1,001 people out there who sing.
I'm not telling. But in a few weeks, I'll be dropping the new single. It will be my third single with a special feature, you know. So I'm happy to actually be doing that. And then later on in the year, I will be putting out my first project.
All right. Nice. Is there any other thing you'd like people to know about you? How do they follow you? How do they?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on every social media platform. My name is Here Juno, like Hear, like hear with your ears, then Juno. Yeah, on YouTube as well. That's my link for all platforms. So yeah.
Thank you. Amazing.
Right, and thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
And that's it with our first guest for today. We will be back shortly with our second guest. Stay here.
Please record your message.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right about now is a Nigerian singer-songwriter. I know you already see him, you recognize him, and most especially a rapper whose style of rap is unique, as he's an expert in painting his lyrical images to his audience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the show, the one, the only, the GOAT himself, Eriga!
How have you been, bro?
I'm good.
Been a while, and the journey is not even today. You know, so I was telling J. Paul that one day I was interviewing Eriga on the show, and then as usual, you know, it can be controversial like that. He had something to do with, now the name escapes me. And I asked, I said, so what is between you guys? And he said, have I met him?
He probably never met him.
And I'm like, oh my God.
I'll keep the name of that guy.
Because right now, the name even escapes me. I would have even mentioned the name. But I think... Thank you, it was Young Sticks. You remember very well. And yeah, he gave me that.
No, now if you're not your friend, the corner, I'm like, like,
I don't know him. I don't know him. Interesting
that's
stuff.
right
And I
there,
think one thing I really like about you is the way you flaunt your partner every now and then. Like, you go on your, and you're seeing, I'm like, okay. I don't even know, what's the orientation like? How, because it's unlike artists, you know, it is these days that, because they'll say, music, or when you do music, music is very jealous. You don't get married, you just have baby mamas and all of this.
I feel like it depends on what you're trying to market. I'm trying to market a message to the younger generation and make them see the life highs as involved. Because these years I've been coming just like telling them, oh, this is what it is, this is what it is. And at the same time, I'm growing in that process. So it doesn't have anything to do with my status or anything.
Yeah.
You know, go look whether I don't marry or not, so yeah, wait till I won't tell you, because if they okay for you, now you really get so the other one I just secondary, and from the south we are very family oriented. And like
fantastic.
Yeah, all my guys
now
so we just did it.
Well done.
I mean, talking about, you know, where you come from and your legacy, because whether you like it or not, you have a legacy in the music industry, and you're one of the guys who, you've done this for the longest time, and you've been very consistent. You've dropped 7 albums.
Yeah.
7 albums, you know.
This is 7th one. Everything is 9.
9. See,
that's the one on the internet. So we never talk about cassette and CDs. Then they was.
I mean, you've been doing this for the longest, and you know, you're not one to go out there and blow your own trumpets. Yeah, you do blow your trumpet sometimes on X.
Really. No, the stats, they blow the trumpets. The number 1s and 2s.
You've held your own, you've held your spots, and you have your die-hard followers, your die-hard fans who love your music, who stream it every day. The question I want to ask is, how have you been able to stay in that lane, consistent, just do your thing and just keep dropping them songs?
I think it's by shutting the outside noise, because the noise is always there. On my song Gucci Belt, track 2 of the GOAT album, I was like, they say, get them party jam, get them party jam, how do you rubber, you don't want blue. These are kind of like the advices I had in 2012, and everybody's just pushing that on me. And in that song, I'm letting you know that these are issues I have to deal with in my life and all, and this pressure is there. I was able to form that pressure as like the gasoline I need to move this vehicle. So it's just been steady till the wheels fall off. There will always be something to say, because every day is giving you something. Now we're saying legacy right now. In 2012, we won't have this conversation.
True.
Interesting stuff. True. Interesting stuff. So I like the fact that you've been able to stay in that your lane and prove that to people that, you know what, you don't even have to live in Lagos and be a Lagos person per se to, because people have this thing like, oh, you want to make it, oh yeah, carry your, so when they are telling the story, they say, you remember when I carried my black nylon and I came the first time I entered, like, you don't have that, like, you just do your thing and you are a force to reckon with. Of course you are. And I even know a lot of people who would even like to work with you, and I know that you have worked with a lot of people. Interesting stuff. So now, the way things are going, Nigeria to the world. Nigeria is on the big map. We love it. Yes. I mean, look at Burna Boy. Look at Davido. Look at all Wizkid. All of these people, they are doing fantastically well. And even Thames, Iris, like everybody.
We own
In
this
fact,
right
people
now.
are now fancying us.
Yes, now.
You get. I mean, we are doing really, really well. Let me ask you this question. Are you okay with the category that they have created for Africans, Afrobeats? And I mean, I'm talking about Grammy right now. And how do you see it? How do you feel, especially with the fact that if they nominate people, we are so scared these days. We wanted a category, right? But then when they gave us this category, like, oh my God, so they now put everybody there, and it is one person that is going to win at the end of the day. What do you think about this?
I feel like we should tell our stories more. I feel like the lack, because there's no history there. Like when you see these other hip hop and different genre, they have like an history to it because it's been documented. So it's just on its own. and we are trying to like hop on that history without writing our own. I feel like we should write our own story and let them know that, because that place on they're gonna be really our own. We just one day there. When we big now, Africa, all the countries together. So why are we waiting for validation from these people before we love our own? Because at the end of the day, now still we still conflicts our own. Like, yo, look what we just got this, we just got that. But I feel like the basis is we should have our own. If not, then we have to.
So we have Eddie's.
Before we come to the album, which you just dropped on the 28th, titled GOAT.
Yes.
Yes. Let's talk quickly about.
Let's even finish what we're talking about. So before we went on the break, he was saying that we should own our thing, and so I was saying that. But we have the Eddies.
They're not letting us in there because they are putting us in one group, and we know that you can't just box me here. I want R&B, I want rap, I want country. Is it a Nigerian guy now? Tips?
Yes. Shabuise.
Exactly. But if he's from here now, you want to put him Afrobeat category.
Yes, I get it.
So we shouldn't do that. So if they're not going to let us, I think we should just like go into ourselves and validate ourselves by ourselves.
I mean, so you talked about rap, which you mentioned. We know that a lot of people have been influenced. You've been one of the first guys from the South Side on the scene. Now, we've had other guys come through, Ajabo Hustlers, we've had Idon Dizzy, we've had all these guys come through, Burna Boy, Omalay, everybody's come from that side. Young Six. It's been a massive, inclusion of the Southside guys in the music industry. But there's been a massive conversation over the past few years about rap music and where rap has been and where rap is going, considering that, the singers are making more waves than the rappers. It's caused a lot of spark online, especially on X. What is your own opinion on that about rap music?
I feel like if we want to talk about this, we have to take it back to what's happening behind this scene that the fan does not understand. Because now he sees it like, I'm not seeing this rap here. I'm not seeing that the places I'm discovering music, like on the Apple charts, on Spotify, I'm not seeing it there, so it must be done. But what's happening behind this scene
what is exactly happening?
What happened behind this scene was that all of a sudden we start having inflows, investors and everybody coming in. So what will happen? There's so much money in the business, so it's not there's no talent, much talent. So the bar will not be like this because it's now numbers. So A&R guys are not tech guys that can come and say, yo, if we put these numbers together, we can get these numbers together. And there's not enough rappers that can really stand the machine because right now, they're not rapping because it's what it is. They're rapping because, I need to prove that I can do this. There's a difference.
Even the rappers are singing now.
Because you've been told that, the money is not behind this way. So you have to so we started doing it before the money came, before distros, before Apple Music streams and all. We already know that we've had like different downtimes and I love our collabs. So we don't evolve from different eras, so it's not new to us. But that Peking when they grew up now and makes music for 2016, feel like I don't think I should be doing this. But if you see OGs that ain't come from that 09, 010, we know how it is.
Recently, there was a song on Odumodu's album that featured Vector. And everybody was like, oh my God, they don't know that Vector can rap this good.
Are you joking?
No, they're not joking.
Are you kidding me?
It depends on when they start discovering music. Whether you like them or not, somebody they create Spotify account now and they won't start to listen to music.
I get it.
So now waiting in me to be that. So I feel like even that shift come, they foresee they try to put in themselves inside the music.
But then again, I'm like, even when I was born, I grew up to know songs that were done before I was born. So what is it that somebody is now just looking up?
I'm telling you now that what Tupac is to a child that's growing up in LA is what Eriga is to a child that's growing up in the South. Because
I get it.
They've seen it. But when you come up and say, yo, I'm a wordsmith, I can make this, there's no feeling. It's just like it's like rubber, plastic. I mean, there's no life in it.
Let me take you quickly to your album. Right? Let's talk about the album, the GOAT album.
Let's
it's
have that
out there right now. Streams are,
it's going crazy. It's going crazy. Tell them it's going crazy. It's crazy.
So let's talk about the album, the process in making it, your vision on the album, and What promotions, what shows are you going to be doing in promoting all this?
This is a very elaborate question.
Yes.
Okay, let's see how we can.
Start one,
Because of
start
time.
two. Man, no go rap. I mean, you know, yeah. So the process on the album, it has to do with me. Like, I had the plans of dropping the album last year on my birthday, and there was just a bit of a delay. I'm like, okay, then I just got this terrible news that I lost my dad, and it changed the focus of the album. Now I had to like deal with this myself because you're here and everybody's like there, and you have to stay. You have to be on your grind. I can't miss out. Like the whole of 2024, I didn't do none. So it really told.
That's unusual because you're always
unusual, exactly. So I was dealing with this pain, and at the same time, I was just letting my ink flow, some just straight from my head. So this whole process is just me trying to like put pieces together because actually I was trying to like there's like a series of albums. This is the 7th one. The 7th album made you understand what I've been doing for the. So that was that was what what I want to do with this album, and I had to go through that pain. I had to go through a lot to give you the album. So it's not just an album showcasing your Erica has punchlines, metaphors, wordplay. It can use it has on a trendy sound. There's no, it's not that.
Do you have a favorite song on the album?
I can't have a favorite song on the album because everything makes up the movie.
Ooh, I see what
From Sacrifice to DSC, everything is a movie. Like when you start listening to the album, if you go and check the stats, the numbers are consistent because everybody's like pam 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 till they get to the end and they start again.
Interesting stuff. All right, so it's April.
Yeah.
It's running. Do you have any other thing in the pipeline that you'd like?
I have
for
a
people
lot
to
in
know?
the pipeline.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to bring the music close to my fans. And this year I'm going to be more of a performing artist. So it's just like going there, just doing my band sets and just bringing the music. Because somebody has to revive hip hop now. You understand? Like when last you go hip hop shows, you know, they hard. Like so, someone has to bring it, and I feel like that's what God has kept me for this long to do.
It was so amazing to have you on the show, bro.
So
Amazing. We sincerely apologize. We'll not be able to bring you Happiness is Free because we know that some of you are waiting for that.
Well, we brought you America.
We brought you
I'm
Erica.
Happiness now.
Yes, and we're happy.
And I'm not free.
You're not?
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw the curtains on the show. Today and this week, I've done this with J. Paul, the very guy that has the very dry joke. But then I'm glad that Erica is here with us.
The goat came to save the day.
I mean, the goat saved the day. My name is Honey Pot. Take care of yourself. Be good. Enjoy your weekend. And don't forget that you can always catch us on YouTube, all the episodes. And we'll be back bigger and better on Monday. You take care. Bye.